NetsBoy, so let's hear what he has to say. His name is NetsBoy, he thinks the world is all over when the Nets just can't play.
What up, Net fans? NetsBoy here, bringing the latest in your Brooklyn Nets news. So, I was really debating whether or not I was really going to do another NetsBoy episode before the end of the year, just because I've been so sick and tired of this team, and this season has just been so frustrating for me. And honestly, it's been one of the worst seasons I've ever experienced as a Brooklyn Nets fan, and I've experienced them all. Even that 12-win season when they're the New Jersey Nets, and so on and so forth. I experienced that, but even then, I had a little bit more enjoyment. I feel like that year than this year. Like I don't know. This year has just been a disaster, and so I really didn't really want to do another NetsBoy. But as of a couple days ago, the Nets have been officially eliminated from making the play-in, and I said, you know what? I got to at least address something about that because I just probably should. So that's what this episode's about. It's about looking at these last 5 games and really talking about what exactly this Nets team should do these last 5 games because they can't make the play-in, so they're officially eliminated from any chances of making the playoffs. But once again, it doesn't help them to lose because they don't own their own draft pick. But how much does it really help them to win? But anyway, so that's what this episode is going to be about. So I guess let's dive right in. So the Nets are currently 30-47 and have 5 games to go in the regular season. Look, as I just said, it doesn't help this team to play poorly, but to me, it's clear as day that this Nets team needs to pretty much experiment these last 5 games. Like they need to play with rotations and play with players and give certain players opportunities to do things that they may not normally do. And we've kind of seen this a little bit. These last couple games, we've seen Noah Clowney getting some significant playing time. And honestly, he's looked really good. We've seen Trenton Wofford, who, by the way, is kind of a young player himself. I think he's 23, 24 himself. He's getting some extended playing time, and we're seeing him play well. So we're seeing some of these players, Jalen Wilson getting some opportunities. We're seeing Kevin Ollie giving some of these guys some substantial minutes to play and show themselves and prove themselves. But now that the Nets are officially eliminated, I think we need to see more of them. Like, look, Dorian Finney-Smith, I think he's a really good player. I think he's a key piece to a championship team. Nets don't need to play him anymore. They don't. They don't. We know what he is as a player. Okay? If I'm Kevin Ollie, I'm sitting him down and I'm saying, hey, Dorian, we appreciate everything you've done, but we got to give these young guys a chance. We got to give a lot more minutes to these other players and see what they're capable of. We know what you can do. This isn't a benching by performance. It's a benching of circumstance. So I don't think they should play him. Lonnie Walker, the fourth, I actually think should be being played more. He actually has been the guy out of the rotation. But in my mind, he's still a relatively young, hungry player trying to prove himself even more. And I actually think that Lonnie Walker is a sixth man type of player, a guy who comes off the bench and can give you instantaneous offense. And I want to see that role for him. And I kind of feel like he should be playing. But Kevin Ollie's taking him out of rotation right now because all he does is score. Yet, we're going to bend over backwards and bow down to the great Cam Thomas, who, by the way, all he does is score. Maybe a little bit more consistently than Lonnie Walker the fourth. But kind of the same idea. But Cam Thomas is the world's greatest young player ever if you talk to certain Net fans. But I think Lonnie Walker should be in the rotation in a six-man role. Like, this is what I want to see. I want to see more minutes for Jalen Wilson. I want to see Noah Clowney more. I want to see Nick Claxton get a chance to show his true potential on the offensive side of the ball. Like I really think because when Claxton was drafted, the Nets had Kevin Durant, Kyrie Irving, eventually James Harden, and they were a championship win now team. And they told Claxton, you got to just rim run, block shots, rebound. Like that's going to be your role to be a championship team. And that's for us to be a championship team, that's going to be your role. And that's what I want you to focus on. And Claxton did that. But we have seen footage and glimpses here and there of Claxton shooting a three, slashing to the basket, shooting an elbow jump shot, being much more of an offensive player. I mean, I want to see that Nick. I want to see him at least be given an opportunity to show the Nets and show people that he can be not a focal point of the offense, not someone who's going to give you 25 points a game, but someone who you could get the ball to 10 to 15 times a game and let him exploit the mismatch that he faces against a lot of other bigs, his athleticism and skill set. I've been preaching this for the last year and a half since Claxton's been established as the main starting center for this Nets team. I want to see this guy get a chance to show that he's more than just a lob threat. And I don't get it. I almost feel like the Nets were holding him back and he's almost either forgot how to do it or the Nets don't want him to do it because he is a free agent. And if he can prove that he can be more of a two-way big, more teams are going to go after him. Maybe that's what it is. I don't know. But these last 5 games, I want to see Claxton unleashed. Okay? Release the Claxton. Okay? That's my new slogan for these last 5 games. And if he sucks, he sucks. It doesn't matter. But if you look back at the way he played when he played for Georgia in college, and even some of his time in the G League with the Long Island Nets, you saw him making threes. You saw him making jump shots. You saw him putting the ball on the floor. You saw him being a versatile offensive player. So that's what I really want to see. Can Claxton play like that? And maybe he can. Maybe in the more physical defense of the modern NBA or the current NBA, maybe he's not going to be capable to do that every given night. But let me see it. And this is a great chance, a great opportunity to see it when the games don't matter. So that's something I want to see, right? I want to see Trendon Walford. I want to see Clowney playing both with Claxton and for Claxton as the 4 or the 5. I want to see Day'Ron Sharpe shoot a couple more threes. Why the hell not? We've seen him make some shots. Let these players do things a little bit out of their comfort and norm to see what they can actually do. All right? I don't need to see the constant crap. Heck, I don't even really want to see Mikal Bridges out there anymore, but we know he's going to be out there no matter what because he's Mikal Bridges. I want to see Cam Thomas. I want to challenge Cam Thomas to a 10-assist game. I want to challenge him to that. And once again, maybe that's not the best situation, but just to help his skill set. If I'm Kevin Ollie, I say to Cam Thomas, you have to have 10 assists in one of these games coming up. So be smart about how you attack the basket. Because he still does too much Cam against team type of offense, 1-on-5. All right? And he's still learning. I get it. But it's still frustrating. And this is a chance for him to prove that he can do more. So these are the things I want to see. Look, I don't need to see Cam Johnson anymore. I'm so done with this guy. I don't need to see him make a couple threes and then roll his ankle and miss the rest of the game. Like, I don't need to see it anymore. The guy is one of the most fragile players I've seen since the world's greatest Ben the Useless Simmons. I mean, this like Cam Johnson is one of my most frustrating players right now. As much as I've talked crap about Cam Thomas, at least the guy shows you his true upside. Cam Johnson shows you his upside for a split second and then just disappears off the face of the earth. And I've never seen a more anti-clutch player than Cam Johnson. How many open shots with the game on the line will this guy miss? So I don't need to see Cam Johnson in the rotation. Take him out. Hamstring. I mean, let's just say he's got a hamstring, because he probably does. Was when the wind blows, he pulls a hamstring. I don't need to see him anymore. I don't need to see Dorian Finney-Smith anymore. Okay, heck, I would say I don't really need to see Dennis Schroeder anymore. But who else in the Nets have a point guard? Like seriously, though I would like to see Dennis Smith Jr. get a little bit more opportunity for him to try to work on his 3-point shot, because he could maybe prove, if Dennis Smith Jr. can work on his 3-point shot, he could become a player similar to that of Marcus Smart with his defensive intangibles. Like, he can be that type of player. So, but he needs an opportunity to do that. So these are the players I want to see play. These are the players I want to see get the chances, because they're the ones that have the question marks right now. We don't know what we're going to get from some of these players, but give them a chance. I don't want to see the same old crap these last 5 games. I don't want to see, Claxton not being aggressive. I don't want to see Cam Thomas take jacking a bunch of shots. I don't want to see anything of these players not getting opportunities to prove themselves. Because what else do the Nets have going for them? The answer is nothing. So be creative, Kevin. Be creative with the rotation. Try and experiment with different players. See what works. Give players expanded roles. Just do something. I don't want to see the same Nets team these last 5 games. I swear to God, if they play like the way they've been playing with the same rotation and the same players and the same philosophies, I'm going to lose my you-know-what. Because that's all the Nets have to play for. There you have it. So, in conclusion, what's next? Baseball season. That's actually what's next. That's what I personally care about more now, is baseball season. But, I got to persevere through these last 5 disastrous games for the Nets, which, let's see if they can win 2 more games. That's what I'm hoping for. They play the Pistons, as their next game. Should be a winnable game. Maybe they can pull off some of these other wins later on against maybe the Knicks, who are banged up, or the 76ers, though I don't think so, because the 76ers are probably going to be competing to try to stay out of the play-in. But you never know what could happen. Maybe they can win 2 more games and end up going 32-50. And if that happens, good for them. But really, I just want to see expanded roles and opportunities for players to do things and prove themselves. So there you have it. Let me know what you guys think about everything. If you agree with me that you want to see expanded roles for Claxton, if you don't want to see the same crap right now that we've been seeing all year, if you agree that these players need opportunities and expanded roles to prove what they can do, and then also just let me know if you agree with me that you're just kind of done with this season and done with this team and just want to get ready for baseball season. Before I forget, though, where did I put it? I left it in the other room. Whatever. I do, though, want to wrap up this episode with a, little shout out to my alma mater, Seton Hall University Pirates, as they won the NIT Championship, beating Indiana State. So I want to say congratulations. So at least I had one good basketball team, in my life, even though Seton Hall got screwed. They should have been in the NCAA tournament. Everyone knows that, but they proved to everyone that they deserved it by winning the NIT. So congrats to my alma mater, Seton Hall, on a great NIT championship. And so I had my Seton Hall hat and I left it in the other room, and I'm not going to run and grab it right now because that's stupid. However, I never said I wasn't going to edit the video and grab the hat and shirt anyway. Woohoo! Congratulations, Seton Hall Pirates, an NIT championship. Shout out to Coach Shaheen Holloway. Shout out to Alamir Dawes, Kadari Richmond, Dre Davis, Dylan Adeniwusu, Jaden Berdiaco, the whole team. Congratulations on showing everyone why you guys should have been in the NCAA tournament against that, instead of that stupid University of Virginia disastrous team, and should have made noise. Who knows? Maybe Seton Hall would have been this year's NC State. But regardless, congrats on the NIT championship. Super pumped. Go Pirates. Seton Hall, better than the Nets, at least this year. That's my opinion. So there you have it. Thanks you all so much. Keep your eyes open for the next NetsBoy episode. which will probably be my end of the season wrap up episode, which I talk about this disastrous season and a whole some more, and everything that could go wrong did go wrong for this Nets team. So there you have it. Thank you so much. Until the next NetsBoy episode. This is Seton Hall Pirates boy signing off. Go Pirates!
Well,